What is up, guys? It's your boy, Kingdom Soldier, and I'm back again with something special for you guys. I've been talking about it for a while. This is a new series I'm starting on my channel where I'm actually going to interview pro players, team owners, other shoutcasters, people in the professional Call of Duty community. And I'm lucky enough today that my first interview is actually with OpTic MBoZe. And I know you guys, last week, maybe 3 days ago, he was FaZe MBoZe, and of course, I know you guys have some questions about that. We're gonna get into it, but I want to give, in the beginning, I want to give MBoZe a opportunity just to tell you guys about his career and things like that. So, MBoZe, you want to say what's up?
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's MBoZe. As you guys know, I was on FaZe a few days ago, or whatever. Now I'm on OpTic. I'm sure he'll ask me questions, explaining in regards to that. But I just want to tell you guys that, you know, from from me getting on OpTic from here, I've started from playing GBs, Black Ops 1 GBs, MW3, World at War. Like I always been just playing GBs, and then I finally switched over towards like Black Ops 1. Black Ops 1, I was into variant fell off a little bit, stopped playing it. MW3 got back into it, played GB tournaments, met new people. I met a lot of pro players from MW3. That's how I really got into the transition and got lucky to team with
Nice.
people that I wanted to team with. You know what I mean? Like so, like pros that I've seen that I never thought I'd team with, I teamed with, like that kind of stuff. It started growing from there. And then things started changing as my fans and followers, supporters, they all seen how things change from the past year from MW3 GBs all the way until now, top eight,
Yeah.
like I've been placing top eight like almost every event, top five, tournament, I won a championship, just crazy things that people seen that I never thought I would accomplish.
Yeah. No, you've had a uh, you've had a great career. What did it about that championship? What did it feel like dethroning complexity last year and stopping their run?
Honestly, when we played them, we knew they were a good team. So like after the first hardpoint, they literally demolished us. I was like, damn, you guys are good. But
Yeah.
then, we just kicked in a gear and and actually took them out. So I was like, it felt good knowing that we're at well considered the best team in the game at the point because we beat the best team. So obviously, we got what it takes. But and then all that stuff happened, me getting dropped. But it felt pretty good though. It was a good feeling
Yeah.
for sure, knowing that we beat the best team, just won. It was crazy.
Yeah, that was exciting for everyone to watch, and it was sad because PAX was actually it's in Seattle. It's right by my house, and they didn't announce that they were gonna have a Call of Duty tournament until the last minute, and I didn't know. I didn't because you have to buy PAX tickets the day they go on sale, and so I just missed it. And come to find out,
Yeah.
there was all these pro teams coming. I was kind of sad, but I was excited to see you guys take that win. What would you say what is your biggest accomplishment just as a gamer so far?
If it's not the PAX win, like all the placings and all that kind of stuff, I would have to say,
Yeah,
yeah, it
PAX
would
win is
have to be
pretty
the
big.
PAX win. I mean, because I was actual championship, but maybe like either that or actually getting on Optic or FaZe or big name teams that I never thought I'd get on.
Yeah,
Yeah, or like yeah, I would say
well, you
the
definitely
PAX
have
winner. I
the
definitely getting on big name teams like FaZe or Optic.
yeah, you have the ability. I mean, it's I think you deserve the opportunity. Everybody, the minute it looked like there was some openings on Optic, your name of course came up by a lot of people asked about whether or not you were going to get on that team, and you guys were doing good with FaZe as well. And I think FaZe still has, and I know you've said this in a video, but FaZe. They're still gonna do good. They're a great team. They put a good team of guys together, and
Yeah,
I'm sure whatever fourth they get, they're still gonna have be a top eight seed and all that kind of stuff. And so about the transition, the recent transition you've made. Before we talk about your transition, what have you thought in general about all of these in the last month since December 10th? OpTic Gaming itself has traded, three or four or five players, and Envy has traded, Scump left. And what have you thought of just all these crazy roster changes that have happened in the last month?
honestly, it was for someone's for the better, someone's for the good. You never know until you actually play on land, but like teams like COL and teams that stick together are kind of just like laughing at the end of the day, like because then you got to get back on page and figure out things as a team when they're already set and they can just build off of it. So it's I mean it's like
Yeah,
a stepping stool for them, but then you know what I mean? You never know what could happen. So you honestly you just gotta wait
yeah.
and see how it all pans out because you can win an online tournament, but that doesn't really mean anything in the realistically. Yep.
Hey, what up?
All right, there we go.
Skype is being silly. Um,
Yeah, I can hear you now better.
all right. So I'll try that question again. So, is there a big difference? A lot of pro players talk about the difference between LAN and online play, and they say you can win, like you just said, you can win online tournaments, but it's different on LAN. Like, what are the main differences? Like, what do you actually see that's different, or how does it feel different
Um,
when you're playing on LAN versus online?
all right. So the best way to describe it is like online. It's more like if you have a good internet, it's not. I mean, it's like really like not. It's different, but not as much. But like if you're on like a decent connection, it's more like if you aim in and you hit your first shots, but they don't register on land, they'll register. So like
Oh,
if you get the first shot on land, you're unless it's a headshot, you if you have good aim, you don't miss bullets, you're definitely gonna win the gunfight, 100%. Um, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of a good like example of how. Uh, so like so basically, all right. So let's say I hit you with a nade and I jump out, challenge you, you kill me, I hit you with like an extra bullet or whatever. On land,
mm,
if I hit you with a nade, I jump out and challenge you, and I hit you with that bullet, you're dying. There's no way you're gonna like somehow kill me. Like there's no way where like people
yeah.
are like some people get wounded and still challenge and somehow win the gunfight. On land, if you're wounded and you challenge, you're gonna lose the gunfight 100%.
So, but it seems like online. So, do you guys just have different play styles for LAN versus online, or do you just play the same and you just win more gunfights on LAN?
I think like on when you get to land, people everyone becomes more conservative. So like everyone slows up the pace a little bit.
Yeah.
So I mean, like the game, it's the same style, but you challenge some stuff online that you wouldn't challenge in land, like that kind of stuff.
Okay. All right, well, I'll move into what everybody wants to hear about. There, of course, JCap made a video yesterday, and in your video, you were very honest about what happened. You couldn't get a hold of your teammates, and you made the decision at like 3 in the morning. And you actually, I think, in your video, actually said, if people don't like the decision I made, I'm sorry, I apologize, and I hope you guys still support me. So you kind of seemed like, you were making the best decision for yourself. You understand that. And maybe if you could have done it differently, you would have. But there's no hard feelings towards FaZe or anything like that. Is there anything you want to mention about that decision just in general or kind of what's transpired after
Um,
it?
like I mean, I don't really want to like, cause like I may already made the video and stuff and all that.
Yeah,
People
yeah, yeah.
understand like what happened. But what I want to say is like people like I know like on Twitter where I'm like, oh man, no one wants to. I don't know why people won't pick me up or whatever. Like I'm better than all these people that are picking up this
Yeah,
and that. But I just want people to like, I know like I sketched, like you know what I mean. I always get sketched on and I sketched on feeds, but it's like
yeah,
it was just I was kind of in a situation where I had a it was just I can't really explain it to be honest. It's a hard like something. It's hard something hard
yeah,
to touch up on because it's like what people see as if like if OpTic offers you like you're thinking of something else besides winning, but like when my in the process of me joining the team,
yeah,
um, we that's with the team I have now. I don't see it like why we couldn't win at all. Like I honestly think the roster that we have now is better than the roster I had on FaZe, 100%.
yeah,
Like no doubt. Like the first time we played, I could just feel like the players that I'm playing with have more experience. Like the chemistry is there. I'm playing with Clay. He just won 9 events or whatever it was, or
yeah,
8.
yeah,
He knows what it takes to win. So,
yeah.
and I had recent success with Saints. I played with Nate a lot. So, I feel like this team could actually work.
Yeah, you guys have. I mean, just watching scrims yesterday, you guys have a lot of chemistry. It's night and day different. no bad feelings towards Parasite and Ricky, but it's night and day different from when those two were on the team. I mean, it was literally like an argument. It was like every match was a fight. Every map they played, there was no consistency. The communication was off, and even the video you uploaded today, I watched and when you were just demolishing TK, and your guys' communication is, I mean, for a team that just formed, it's near flawless. It's like you already have chemistry, and it sounds like what you're saying attributes to that is that you've played with all of them before, and Clayster's just ready to win, and he wants to win, and he's willing to win and work with whoever on in the Optic organization.
Yeah.
So I imagine that some things have changed. I'm imagining that your channel's grown a little bit, your followership has grown a little bit. What has the Green Wall welcome been like since you joined Optic Gaming?
Oh man, like it's crazy, man. Like literally, I tweet if I tweet something like blows up, like my Twitter exploded. Like literally, if I sit there and refresh my Twitter, I'm just follow, follow, follow. If I do it on my YouTube, subscribe. Like it's crazy. Support is crazy. It's honestly overwhelming. Like I never thought I'd be a part of something like this, and it's truly crazy, man.
Well, I know that you guys your goal is to win a championship, and COD championships would be the best championship to win in my mind. What are you guys actually working on as a team, so that and I don't and maybe I'll ask you this question first. Do pro teams actually try to strategize to beat complexity or just to be their best?
Nah, just to be their best.
Okay.
100%. Like no one, if we're sitting there in the game, no one's like, all right, well, this is what complexity does. Or, you know what I mean? Like we
Yeah.
just play. Um, and it's honestly, it's. I mean, no one really like. Obviously, they're good. Everyone knows that they're like amazing, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
no one like
Yeah.
really strategizes just specifically for them. You know, if it works, if you're
Yeah.
better, you're gonna beat them. You know what I mean? They're beatable. You just gotta find the right way to beat them.
Well, and you and Nameless, and I mean, you guys prove that they're beatable. And so, I guess what do you think, or
Yeah.
what do you believe makes them so dominant as a team?
Um, Honestly, they're all individually skilled. They're all like well-rounded players. They all communicate, they understand the game in and out. And they just work together really well. Like if no one ever stops talking, they don't get down. They all like it's all really communication and teamwork.
Yeah, and what kind of a role? Because I'm thinking one of the things they do well, of course, that everybody says is they have a good coach. Um, and
Yeah.
has Big Timer kind of started to listen in with you guys and work with you guys at all, or is he kind of
Well, I
sitting back?
mean, we only scrimmed for one day. I don't think Big T wasn't in the
Yeah,
call or
yeah, yeah,
anything like that kind of stuff. Big T wasn't around. He was there in the house, but I don't just think, he was doing something else. But right now we're just, calling out ourselves. Clay
yeah.
is like the vocal leader. So we all have our input on the game. Nate Shadow calls someone out, we should do this. I'll call someone, we should do the same thing, Clay. It's all like a role process for everyone. Everyone's like the leader. But of course, like Clay has the biggest role.
Well, and it seems like he's the right person, but also I noticed, like, in the video you dropped this morning, just I noticed there was times where you would say, "Hey Matt, keep pushing," or you guys would say, "Saints, go to C." I heard call outs from everybody, and I didn't hear anybody saying no or I don't want to or I'm watching this. Everybody, you guys seem to almost seamlessly work together, and I think that's gonna. I mean, in my mind, that's gonna work out in your favor. Are you? Speaking of working on your favor, are you planning on and or is Saints planning on moving into the Optic House?
Well, for the Optic House, we talked about, we're actually gonna do like some talking today about it. Um, because the qualifiers are coming up on the first of next month. Plus, we have
Yeah.
like a 2K series, a 5K series to end this month off. So we want to get as much points for the season as possible, chemistry. So I'm pretty sure I should be going to the house soon. I don't. I'm not sure if Clay's coming because I know he's like doing some other stuff. But Matt mentioned something about 2 weeks or something with Clay. So I think Clay might be there. I'll 100% be there soon within the next 2 weeks, probably maybe after. I'm not sure, but definitely before February 1st. Saints, same thing with Saints, but he lives right there in Chicago as well. So he's only one drive away.
Well, that's awesome, man. It's all exciting. I'm very excited for you, and I've been watching you for a while, and it was good to see you finally get this opportunity. regardless of how you had to get it, it was good to see you get this opportunity, and I'm excited personally. I've told my channel I'm excited for all of the rivalries that have been established because of all of these team changes. They've just established. I mean, you guys all, yes, you want to play to be your best, but there is some, Clayster wants to beat Complexity. There's no doubts about that in my
Yeah.
mind, and I can tell you that FaZe is gonna want to beat you guys. There is a lot of TK is going to want to beat you guys. I, OpTic Gaming is going to be a target. I think more than Complexity in the next tournament, but I think you guys have the right team to actually to win. And so I can't wait to see more
Yeah.
of your scrims because you guys have been playing extremely well. So one of the last questions I want to ask you that one of a lot of followers for some reason asked this, and I actually was going to ask as well. So if you excluded your three teammates that you have, and you don't have to answer this if you can't or don't want to, but if you excluded the three teammates you have and you were building a dream team, like if you could just pick any players out of all of the players in competitive Call of Duty, whether pros, AMs, or just people you know, who would you put on your team with you?
Well, I don't really like, like if I mean, I can't really answer that question because of course I want to be with the team I'm playing with
Yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I'll give you one thing though. Ricky would definitely be on the team.
Okay.
There you go.
So you and
Ricky would
Ricky,
definitely be on
are
that
you
team.
guys do you guys work well together, or what is it about Ricky that puts him on that?
It honestly, like me, Ricky, Saints, Nameless, we all have this like it's like a group of people I like work well with. I'm comfortable to play around. It's
Yeah,
all like that kind of stuff. Like same with like Clay and Nade, and it's like that kind of relationship I have with Ricky with these players that I just like to play with. Like with Matt, Nade, like he's a good guy in game out. Like
yeah,
I can get along with him. That's the way I feel with Ricky. Same with Nade, like same with Saints. Like that's why I think this team's gonna get along like so well because none of our personalities clash. Like we're all open to different ideas. Of course there's like of course there's always gonna be that one person that disagrees. Like,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
if like say if I'm like go somewhere and Nate will be like, no, 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 I think we should do this, and like someone else is like, yeah, 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 like you know what I mean. So
yeah, yeah.
it's all it's really like this game. Every Call of Duty always has been teamwork. That's it. Because same thing with Blitz. Like if you watch our Blitz yesterday, like I can go. I was I think at one point I was like 11 and 20 something, but we were winning. Like
Yeah,
I you can literally go 0 and 50. Say you go 0 and 50 in a blitz and we could still win. You don't need kills to play blitz. It's all teamwork. You don't need to we were playing. I think when we were on phase, we played MV. Scump had like 20 kills. Goonjar had 17. Merc had like 12, and Proofy had like 14. But we still won the side by like almost 15. Is like
yeah.
it's just like it's hard to explain, but it's more like you have to let your actions and gameplay do the talking more than explain of how the game is played. It's almost like if you're on a mutual agreement, if your team's on the same page, there you go. If your team's on the same page, your gameplay will be flawless, 100%. If you guys work together, don't clash mid game. Your personalities aren't like just like have a sloppy personality. Like one day you'll be happy, next day, you know what I mean? It's just like you guys just all need to like work together, play the game, agree. If you disagree, that's fine too. That's what builds team chemistry.
That's good. That's actually I mean, it seems like it's weird that, but it's got to be the personalities, kind of like you talked about. But it's weird that you guys have kind of meshed so fast, and even when there's a disagreement in callouts, you just kind of make a decision on the fly. And in my mind, that's one of the things that Complexity does well is that they just keep communicating with each other. Like you said, they don't get down. They can go down 5-1 in search, and they just stay focused as if they're going to win. There's never a oh, we lost. This sucks. It's kind of like they just kind of
Yeah.
stay in that mode, and I can definitely see, especially with Big Timer in the background, um, he would make me laugh too much to focus on playing. But
Yeah,
but
Big T's funny.
I think that's gonna help you guys though, and you guys all have these funny personalities, and I think it's gonna be great. I'm really looking forward to it. And I hope you're the best, man. Is there anything else you want to say before
Thank
we
you.
end the interview?
Yeah, I just want to say, shout out to the Green Wall. Thank you for supporting the decisions. Give me all support. I thank you for Hex, for giving me the opportunity, Nade, the whole Optic squad, the sponsors, just everyone, and of course you, Soldier, for letting me do the interview, doing the interview with you. So shout out to you, man, and I appreciate it and all the support. Yeah.
All right, man. This is your boy Kingdom Soldier. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.